Recently, I posted a video to introduce myself and say why I want to start a YouTube channel. And I also say that I'll talk about how I got over the fear of starting a YouTube channel. So let's talk about that. So I want to touch on a few points in addressing this topic. So first of all, thinking of the why. Why do you want to do this? And then how to overcome your fears, focusing on your work, and last but not least, being realistic. So then, point number one, why do you want to do this? Should you start a YouTube channel, or why should you start your business venture, or why should you start posting your art online, or whatever it is that you want to do? For me, the reason why I wanted to start this channel is because I want to share some positivity. I started a blog a little while back, and I've always had this idea of turning some of the blog posts into videos where I can explain some of these ideas in a video rather than just written text. And while you're doing it, think about whether will you actually enjoy doing it without any viewership. So if you're starting a YouTube channel, will you enjoy posting videos constantly but not getting that many views? And forget the numbers, just focus on putting your work out there. So we'll talk about focusing on your work later on, but think about when you're doing it, will you actually enjoy doing it without any viewership or without any feedback, without anyone seeing your work or a few people seeing your work? And believe in what you're sharing. Whatever information that you're sharing, do bear in mind that you are given a different perspective, even if you think someone else is doing it, even if you think that it's competitive in this YouTube world. Just think about what you are saying could be someone else's treasure. What you are saying could actually be the life-changing point. At first, when I was thinking about this point, I had said you overcome your fears, you get over your fears. But I started reading this book, The War of Art by Stephen Pearson, and he talks about how you never really overcome your fears as an artist, as an actor, actress, you name it. When you still get in front of a camera or get on stage, whatever it is you're doing in creating your art, you actually never overcome your fears. In this book, the author talks about how you can get fear on your side and use it as an indicator. The fact that the more you resist something, you more resist doing something because you fear it. That should be an indicator that that's your calling. That's what you should be doing. So some of the fears that you may have are things like you're thinking, oh, I'll be judged. What will people say? What will the comments be? All those mean comments on YouTube, and thinking about maybe people will talk about your appearance or whatever, you name it. But that shouldn't be stopping you from doing this thing that you feel like you really want to do. Try it out, post something and see how it goes. And that's the thing about fear. Fear crumbles you, even though it's not real. You need to start small till you get to a point where you get comfortable in that discomfort. A lot of people will tend to want to focus on the numbers. So when you put something out there, you want to see how it's performing. There's nothing wrong with that. The trouble comes when you then dwell on those numbers too much, and then you lose focus on actually doing your work. And yes, it is competitive. It is damn competitive on YouTube. But the truth is, if you just focus on creating your work, putting it out there, people who like your work will find you. Fun fact, 2 billion active users are on YouTube on a daily basis. Being realistic, doing this is not for everyone. Posting on YouTube is not for everyone, but the only way really for you to find out is to try. The last thing you would want is to regret not having done it. Those are the few points I wanted to touch on with regards to getting over your fear. And bear in mind, you don't really overcome the fear. The fear is always going to be there. You just find your way around it. The War of Art is a highly recommended book. I just think that the ideas that it shares are really powerful. That's it for now. I'll be back again. Trust me.